It's a really exciting time to be involved in commercial projects. The cool part about our current modern world is the vast majority of our loads, greater than 70% of them in residential applications, are all native DC voltage. Look at your phone, look at your IT, look at your lights. Every LED on the planet is native DC voltage. We just happen to feed it AC voltage through its driver because that's what's convenient for us. So you typically see this, this is literally just a halo light from Home Depot. So typically off to the side of this, you'd have a junction box where you'd have AC voltage, but there's no reason it needs to be. For no change to the fixture, that quite literally the same fixture, we can just choose to feed it with DC voltage. So there are two broad categories I'd like to be familiar with. One is class 2 power, the other is class 4 power. So when you look within the National Electric Code, prior to 2023, there was quite a bit of ambiguity. It wasn't well defined when you're dealing with DC voltage. But with 2023, we now have definitions. So as that code is adopted, we're able to have guidance that gives us much more specificity with how we approach those jobs. So broadly speaking, what are we talking about? Electric vehicles, we're talking about our lighting loads, and I would offer our security and our IT distribution loads. So a few use cases here. So let's say I'm doing a refresh cycle where most of these things don't make sense to do as a retrofit unless you're doing that significant 10-year refresh or you're doing a green build. The reason for that is once you've got that wiring means and methods in place, it doesn't make sense to just go rip all the AC voltage lighting out unless there's a reason to completely change that fixture around. So looking at, all right, I've got a new build, I've got a project where I'm doing a significant refresh. Class 2 power is most broadly known as power over Ethernet. So power over Ethernet has been around for a while. It has some significant capabilities, but what we can do is we can select manufacturers that have native DC voltage in the back. So this gives 48 volt DC back here. I can now put PoE out the front. And this particular brand is Loom.io. This is XPoE. So each one of these ports can supply 120 watts of power. It's hard to kind of explain just how much power that is, but think about the difference for a high bay, where you have a high bay light fixture, say in a warehouse, where you have metal halide light output per watt compared to LED, right? If I do that LED high bay, now if I power it this way, everything is DC voltage. What have I got? This gives me control. So now I have all of the control over those individual circuits, and I have the ability to feed it with DC voltage directly. When I do that, that light fixture is going to last 2.5 times as long, and I'm going to have more connectivity to it.